Good evening, all. A warm welcome to the 55th International Film Festival of India. Today, I have the pleasure and honor of welcoming the cast and crew of Ladakhi movie Ghar, Jaisa, Kuch, which is the opening non-feature film of 55th International Film Festival of India. Before we begin, I wish to let you know that this press conference is being live streamed so that film lovers and our friends in the media can also view the proceedings remotely. We have with us the director of the film, Harsh Sangani, and the actor of the film, Tinlas Norbu, and the DOP, Kabir Naik with us. We welcome you to the prestigious platform of IFFI. So, Ghar Jaisa Kuch is about a young man, Tinlas. He returns to his home remote village with his father's ashes, intending to honor his father's wish to be laid to rest in the city. Upon arrival, he encounters his parents' spirits, urging him to bury them in the village. As he reconnects with his past, Tinlis faces a choice between his heritage and his future. So, before we start with the questions, can we have the trailer played? Lights off, please. First of all, I want to congratulate all three of you. It must be feeling great having to have your movie be the open the known feature category. So I'll start with you, Harsh. What inspired you to tell the story, and how did you shape its vision on screen?
Heavy question first. First of all, I would like to thank IFFI for giving us a platform to showcase our film. Uh, as you all know, indie short films don't really get a platform, and all the producers are in reds. So, thank you so much, IFFI, for showcasing our film. It's really an honor. So, to begin with your question, I think the story. I always had the story within me, but I mean, it was never really materialized. I mean, I think a a lot of parts of the film and a lot of parts of the story were my own lived experiences, finding home, finding belonging, coming of age. Those kind of themes. I think I always resonated with those themes, and I have also moved away from my home for a bit and always struggled to fit in. So I think it just came out. I was feeling homesick. I was there in Ladakh for around 60 days. The landscapes, as I would call it, haunting landscapes, they called parents ka spirit over there, and just something like this came off. Yeah.
Okay. Also, the actor. Would you like to share your experience in working this movie?
Yeah, first of all, I would like to thank IFI for inviting us here. It's been a pleasure to be here. And my experience about this movie, it was great. And I got a chance to work with these experienced people. And even the senior artists of Ladakh, they were also there. They were doing a character of father and the mother. And I really got a chance to learn many things from them. So it's a very great opportunity for me. Thank you.
Kabir, would you like to share your experience?
Uh, yeah, so I've grown up in Goa. I'm from Goa itself. IFFI has been like, I think I've grown up with IFFI. It's a very special place for me. So doing this film in Ladakh, which is one corner of this country, and then having it screened at such a prestigious festival here now, it's been an incredible journey. I think it's more about like doing it together. It's extremely difficult to put yourself through this, but in the end of the day, when you see it on this big screen in front of so many people, I think it's all worth it. And yeah, just I'm a small part of it, but feels great to be here and be present with all of you, with so many other amazing filmmakers.
Okay, can we have the questions if anyone wants to? Yeah.
Yeah.
मैं लखनऊ से हूँ, नम्रता शुक्ला मेरा नाम है। अब लखनऊ में पत्रकार हूँ, स्वतंत्र भारत में। मैं ये जानना चाहती हूँ कि घर जैसा कुछ मतलब क्या घर जैसा, मैंने ये फ़िल्म देखी नहीं, पर मैं ये जानना चाहती हूँ कि घर जैसा क्या मतलब क्या चीज़ ऐसी है जो घर जैसा महसूस हो रही है आपको, क्या फ़ीलिंग है? दूसरा मैं ये जानने जा रही हूँ कि पहली बार आपको लद्दाख की फ़िल्म का प्लेटफ़ॉर्म मिला है, तो पहले आपने क्यों नहीं सोचा एकदम से मतलब 2004 में ही सोचा कि इस प्लेटफॉर्म पे ले जाएं? इफ़ी तो कई टाइम से हो रहा है, तो पहले ही आप सोच लेती। तो इस पे आप बताएं, प्रकाश डालें कि मतलब पहले क्यों नहीं आपने सोचा, अब क्यों सोच रहे हैं इस बात को?
सो ये फिल्म हमने बनाई थी 2023 में, जब मैं वहाँ पर था तब हमने 2023 में ये फिल्म शूट की थी.
Um,
ओके ओके, थैंक यू, सॉरी सॉरी।
So to answer the first part of your question, क्योंकि अगर आप फिल्म में देखेंगे तो कैरेक्टर एक डायलेमा में है कि वो बड़े हुए हैं शहर में, और उनको ये उनके जो फादर हु इज पास्ड अवे, उनके फादर ने उनको एक टास्क दिया हुआ है कि माय एशेस शुड बी प्लेस्ड इन द रिवर नेक्स्ट टू द बिग माउंटेन. दैट्स द वेरी लिटरल लाइन इन द फिल्म, बिकॉज द फादर कंसिडर्स his home place to be his home. That's where he has grown up. But the son, they had moved out. When you see the film, the son, when he was like 5, 6 years old, the son has moved out and they lived their life most in the city. So while you grow up in a different place, even though you're not from there, अगर मैं मुंबई से हूँ और मैंने मेरी पूरी लाइफ फॉर एग्जांपल दिल्ली में निकाली है, तो मैं दिल्ली को मेरा घर मानूंगा, जस्ट एज एन एग्जांपल. ना कि इवन दो मैं मेरा बचपन 5-6 साल मुंबई में गुजरा हो. सो जब आप वापस आते हो, आप क्या कहोगे कि आपकी एशेज, अगर मेरे फादर के एशेज, आप इतने मुझसे क्लोज हो तो आपके एशेज मेरे साथ होने चाहिए जहां मैं मेरा घर मानता हूँ. ये मुझे लगता है कैरेक्टर थोड़ा सा सेल्फिश था ये सोचने में. वो अपने फादर के बारे में नहीं सोच रहा था, पर वो अपने बारे में सोच रहा था कि मैं जहाँ हूँ, जहाँ मेरा घर है, वहाँ होना चाहिए. एंड द फिल्म इज ऑल्सो लॉट अबाउट फाइंडिंग बिलोंगिंग, कि हम अगर कहीं फिट इन नहीं हो पा रहे हैं एज टीनेजर्स, व्हेन यू ग्रो अप, it is really tough to find your own place, find see make yourself seen. I think that's the thing we want when we are growing up. And जब वो नहीं होता है तो हम अपने आप को दूसरों के ढांचे में मोल्ड कर देते हैं कि आप जैसे हो एटलीस्ट मुझे एक्सेप्टेंस मिले. सो आई थिंक ये फिल्म कहीं ना कहीं हमारे जो कैरेक्टर है उनका ये फ्लॉ है, वो सेल्फिश हैं थोड़े से ये मानने में कि ये एशेज मेरे साथ होने चाहिए. और ये भी उनका एक हल्का सा फ्लॉ है कि उन्होंने, आई मीन फ्लॉ तो नहीं कहूंगा, आई मीन सबके साथ होता है, मैंने भी किया है, कि यू जैसे क्राउड में आप बोल देते हो कि ये जैसे हैं, मैं इनके जैसा बनना चाहता हूँ, रादर देन एक्सेप्टिंग योर ओन यूनिकनेस. सो आई थिंक जब ये डिलेमा कैरेक्टर फील करता है उनको लगता है कि ये घर है पर घर नहीं है, तो इसके लिए घर जैसा कुछ.
Good evening. My name is Minnie Ribeiro, and I wanted to know from the filmmaker, what has this journey been like when finally you said that your story, it was a part of you, it was there with you, for so many years, and finally it's kind of happened, it's translated on the screen. So what has this journey been like, and did it actually translate into something that you saw it the way you did, or did it sort of change along the way?
The film?
Yeah,
The
the
film?
the original
The
idea and the thought
Oh, right,
behind
right.
it.
So I would say that being an indie filmmaker, you are working with a very limited budget. You are working on thousands of constraints. You are wearing multiple hats throughout the day. You are a line producer, you are a creative producer, you are the director, you are the writer, you are sorting. Some cop is coming, you have to sort that out as well. So you're wearing multiple hats throughout the day. So my process is I go to the space, I find the space that works for me cinematically, that works for me visually, and I mean it's not the correct process. I think some people would say ki to mold your story according to the places you have, according to the people you have, but I think when you want to tell a story that feels organic, but also we want to do it in your budget, again budget is a big thing. A lot of people deny that. नहीं, पर बजट होता है, डायरेक्टर को भी बजट सोचना पड़ता है, तभी जाके फिल्म बनेगी, वरना वो दिमाग में ही रह जाएगी. तो आई थिंक ऑफ कोर्स चेंजेस होते गए, जैसे जैसे चैलेंजेस आते गए. यू ऑलवेज हैव टू मोल्ड your visuals, you also always have to mold your story here. There's a frame in the film which was not a part of the script. The day before our shoot, I was just walking around Leh Market and I was just looking for certain frames to place, in the film, just for art's sake. And I found this frame of some school children, and उसमें 1971 to 1972 का कोई स्कूल का बैच था देहरादून का. That was not in the script, but I found that and I just saw it and I was like, ये चाहिए मुझे. और फिर हमने डाला, वो lines हमने लिख ली और हो गया. It was not supposed to be there, but some things just find you. I think that's just how it is. If you keep an open mind, things find you. So yeah.
Flexible as well and sort of
Absolutely.
change along the way.
Absolutely,
You can't
absolutely.
be
But
really rigid
you
about
always have to be true and honest to your story. कि फिल्म का जो कोर है, फिल्म की जो सच्चाई है, मैं उसको मोल्ड नहीं कर रहा हूँ. उसको मैं तोड़ मरोड़ के, मैं ए से शुरू किया था, जेड पे नहीं जा रहा हूँ मैं. आई थिंक दैट्स, you always have to be there with the truth of the story.
The reason why I asked you is both as a journalist and as somebody who last year was involved in being a producer for a Konkani film,
Correct.
again directed and written by my husband.
Correct.
And the journey was really similar. And what you said about budgets, what you said about constraints, but being true to your craft and story actually resonated with
Yeah.
me. So wish you all the very
Thank
best.
you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Any other question?
What are the challenges that you faced when you blended supernatural elements into a story that is based in reality? And do you want to explore such themes in the future also?
I love such themes. I think मुझे reality थोड़ी सी boring लगती है. तो I think inadvertently such themes do somehow come up in my films. And whatever short films I have written or thought of, such films appeal me. I think, I like to see if there is another realm of reality and explore it cinematically. And challenges wise, of course बहुत challenges थे. जो हमारे first 2-3 shoot days थे, वहाँ पर we faced heavy rain in Ladakh. There were, by the end of that first shoot day, there was a flash flood warning, and because of the budget constraints, we didn't have a car, we didn't have a production car. So Kabir and I were in a scooter. So we were shooting in Stakmo village, which is like 30 kilometers away from Leh. Yeah, so that day we were completely drenched. Manali Leh highway. I think we thought we'd die, but or we.
But what about your equipment in the rain?
Yeah, equipment. I think Thinley had his car, so thankfully equipment went in his car. So we had to do that. Kaise chuna? I think it was just word of mouth, asking people if someone acts. I found a local friend over there who happened to know Thinle. I asked him, "Do you know anyone who acts over here, who's in this age group?" And उसने 2-3 लोगों का कांटेक्ट दिया. उसमें से थिनले से बात हुई मेरी. उन्होंने बहुत स्वीटली एक ऑडिशन बना के दिया अपनी कार में. वो भी लद्दाखी में उन्होंने रिकॉर्ड करके दिया. मैंने इंग्लिश में लाइंस दी थी उनको. So yeah, I think I found him, and then through him I found Rinchan sir and Dechan ma'am. Yeah, so वैसे वाया बहुत पिंग पोंग बॉल की तरह.
आपने इस फिल्म को लद्दाख में दिखाने की कोशिश करी और उसके बाद आपको कुछ लोगों के सजेशंस आए कि हम लोग भी फिल्म बनाएंगे या आपकी फिल्म से प्रेरित होके वहाँ के लोगों ने भी फिल्म बनाने की कोशिश शुरू कर दी है कि भाई हमारे लद्दाख की पहली फिल्म इफ़ी में गई है तो हम भी कुछ शुरू करें. वहाँ से कोई प्रेरित हुए लोग आपसे?
फिलहाल तो नहीं. आई थिंक मेरी फिल्म इफ़ी के सबमिशन डेडलाइन पे जस्ट कंप्लीट हुई थी. सो नॉट येट, बट या होपफुली फॉर श्योर आई वुड लाइक टू शो द फिल्म इन लद्दाख. एंड ऑफ कोर्स आई रियली होप इट इंस्पायर्स independent filmmakers over there, because there's an immense amount of scope to, you know, to explore and make films and tell stories about that place.
सेकंड फिल्म आपकी क्या देखने को मिलेगी अब दोबारा? इफ़ी में आएंगे?
जरूर, क्यों नहीं. इफ ये एक्सेप्ट करेगा तो क्यों नहीं आएंगे.
हाँ, तो कौन सी फिल्म आप किस सब्जेक्ट पे बनाना पसंद करेंगे?
वेल कुछ ऐसे ही, कुछ थोड़ा ड्रामा, थोड़ा डिस्टोपियन ड्रामा है. कुछ आइडियाज है, बट नथिंग ऑन पेपर एज ऑफ नाउ, बट होपफुली सून.
Any other audience?
Yeah, actually, I wanted to ask a question to Thinley. Are you a professional actor or have you trained in acting? And the second question was, of course, about audition that you have already answered. And now, since you've done this film, what are your plans for future? Where do you think your career as an actor will go?
मैंने वहाँ पे एक NSD का कोर्स चल रहा था, सो आई ज्वाइन द कोर्स. सो वो 1 महीने के लिए चला था. एंड माय फादर इज़ अ फिल्म मेकर. सो बचपन में बहुत फिल्म करते हुए देखा था, तो एक्टिंग का थोड़ा शौक था. सो आई गॉट दिस अपॉर्चुनिटी. तो हर्ष का फ़ोन आया कि ऐसा कुछ है करके. स्क्रिप्ट देखा, अच्छा लगा, स्टोरी काफ़ी नेचुरल है, तो एक्टिंग के लिए हाँ बोला. तो ऐसे ही स्टार्ट हुआ था जी.
And how much did you really relate to that character? आपको वो कैरेक्टर कैसा लगा? आपने जब पढ़ा होगा स्क्रिप्ट, तो आपको क्या लगा कि मैं इसको कर सकता हूँ, ये मेरे बस की बात है, कि थोड़ा चैलेंजिंग लगा था? कैसा लगा आपको और फिर कैसे आपने प्रिपेयर किया आपको अपने आप को?
जी, आजकल यही होता है कि सबको सिटी जाना है, गांव में नहीं बैठना. तो एक सिचुएशन ये ऐसा था कि मतलब एक रेलेवेंट हो रहा था. काफ़ी चीज़ें देखा था मैंने भी. मैं खुद अभी गांव में बैठता हूँ, तो काफ़ी चीज़ें मैंने खुद एक्सपीरियंस करा हूँ. तो ऐसे ही अच्छा लगा. स्क्रिप्ट देखा तो एक नेचुरल सा फील आया कि एक ऐसा होता है करके. फिर वो एक्टिंग करने में भी एक नेचुरली एक आ रहा था कि मतलब हाँ, ये ऐसा करना होता है करके. जी.
I
And
just want to ask
what are
this.
the plans for future?
I'm thinking forward to do more if I got this, like if I'll get the opportunity from the filmmakers.
Or will you make a film yourself, because you already have it, your father was a filmmaker?
I don't know, but I'll try. And I make YouTube videos, and I'm a YouTuber actually.
All right, thank you.
I have a question to Kabir, because it's shot in Ladakh. I really want to ask this. Given the beauty of the place, how did the region influence the filming and cinematography of the film?
I think as a cinematographer, such places are like your dream, because you don't have to construct anything over there. It's all right in front of you. It also gets overwhelming. It's not only good, because sometimes when you have so many things that look so good, you have to make the character also stand out. And that I think is very challenging, but it's just a process. I come from a very documentary background, and we are very character focused. So I think that experience blended with this space gives a different touch, and I think that I really enjoyed working in this very unique landscape, while also having the focus on these characters, because a lot of our film or a lot of our shots are very wide, are very larger than life, which is how it was planned. But even in these shots, how do you draw the attention to the people, to the characters in the film? And I think, yeah, it worked out, but it was a very interesting and a lot of learning.
Also, Tinle, one question, like your character navigate like complex emotions. Like if you see this trailer itself, like, so how did you prepare for such nuanced performance?
Actually, while doing the acting and before we shoot, we did practice many times. Like so उस टाइम पूछा था कि कैसा ये करने से कैसा होगा करके, तो काफ़ी टाइम लगा एक कॉम्प्लेक्स फीलिंग को शो करने के लिए, बट अच्छा एक्सपीरियंस रहा, तो it was a great experience. Thank you.
So, any other questions? Yeah.
Congratulations to the entire team once again. You have chosen a topic about, homecoming and the idea of home, of sending down roots in places and in people which are very different from, the one actually comes from. So thank you so much for having a movie like this, which I'm sure would be very close to everyone's heart, because it's a very universal experience. And this is the context in which I would ask the question to both Thinley and to Harsh. The theme in question is common across languages and geographical settings, but you have shot a film and which is set in Ladakh, where not a lot of films are based, and in a language which is not necessarily part of our usual vocabulary. So while there's beauty in that, do you think it also poses a challenge towards having this idea of home resonating with everybody in places away from the setting of the movie?
I think it would, because first of all, if you just see the landscapes, there's this, basically we were looking for villages that were abandoned, that were literally abandoned, and there were quite a few villages around Leh which were, I think the place that we shot at had a row of abandoned houses. Basically, that is what I was looking for. कि अब वहाँ पे देखो, एक शॉट है फिल्म में जहाँ पर सिर्फ इंसर्ट्स क्लोजअप्स है, किसी के घर के दरवाजे हैं, एक छत टूटी हुई है, एक बियर की बॉटल रैंडमली पड़ी हुई है, पर इफ यू जस्ट सी एंड सिट इन दैट प्लेस, यू विल ऑलवेज फील कि देयर यूज्ड टू बी अ होम हियर. हम किसी के टूटे हुए घर में गए थे, वहां पर किसी का एक खिलौना देखा. इट इज जस्ट दोज लिटिल रेमनेंट्स व्हिच विल टेल यू कि देयर वाज अ सेंस, देयर वाज अ टाइम वेयर देयर यूज्ड टू बी अ लाइफ ओवर हियर एंड दिस यूज्ड टू बी फुल. And I think that is what I was trying to create, and I think that landscape provided and those locations provided me that freedom to express that emotion. And हम अगर दूसरी जगहों पर जाते हैं तो वो जगह कोई दूसरा आ जाता है, उसको रीपेंट कर लेता है, तो वी रियली लूज दैट सेंस ऑफ टाइम कि वो मेमोरी, वो टाइम ही वो मेमोरी बन गई है. सो आई थिंक it would really resonate with people personally.
Okay.
People are forced to leave these places, or they are going willingly?
From what I had understood of that place of Ladakh and of those small villages, was a lot of people were going away in search of economic prosperity. A lot of people were had built new houses in different places, so a lot of their old traditional houses were abandoned. But a lot of, from what I heard, is a lot of people had moved out and they had gone to Delhi, Chandigarh, etc., etc. That's what I had been hearing. But I think Tinley would be a correct person to
mostly the people who are going must be younger generation. What about their parents, old parents? They also shift along with their these children.
Actually, they are not shifting. It's because of the infrastructure. And that time, in the earlier time, there were no resources, materials like cemented and all. So right now, these days, like all the materials are easily available. So the people are like they are going for a new house. It's not like it's their choice. It's because the infrastructure before was not too good. So yeah, so because of the rain and because of the cold weather, they had to move to the new house.
Okay, so we'll wrap up the question answers. So I just want to congratulate the entire team once again, and also I thank all those who were present here today. We look forward to more cinematic brilliance in coming future and continued presence at International Film Festival of India. Thank you all. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for coming.